This is Wake Angel 2001 bringing to you the final figure for Speed the Hedgehog 42's commission, Hedgehog X, another one of his fan characters, kind of like a ninja. So let's make our ninja from another ninja, Espio the Chameleon. It's rare that I actually use Espio for as a figure base for customs. In fact, I think this is only the third time I've ever done it. Okay, so aside from Espio himself, there's also some other random bits and bobs I added. Some of Sonic's spines, Tails' bangs, Blaze's hair, and Amy's ears, which aren't in the picture, but you'll see them later. So let's go ahead and make stuff. Let's start by looking at the back. The spines are glued onto Espio's back after I cut off his little chameleon points, and then the details of the outfit are sculpted in. Kind of looks like the sort of uniform, I guess I would call it, that the ninjas from Mortal Kombat wear. As a matter of fact, in this color scheme, it looks very similar to Ermac, to be specific. The hands had that new cuff sculpted on. I had to sand away the original cuff to make room for this one, of course. And reattach the arms. It's, just new arms. Although this is the Espio figure's only flaw, it is really one of the best figures in the Jazz Wars line. It has a nice sturdy stance, looks cool, it's really posable, but they used the same parts for the arms as they did for the legs. That makes the arms look kind of overly long and silly looking. If they had just used slightly shorter pieces for the forearms, it would be perfect. But I'm not griping about arms, I'm making a toy here. Let's get the lower body in on this. These are Espio's hips with his tail cut off, of course, and one of Tails' bangs used as a substitute tail. He also has a sculpted-in belt, which you'll see in just a second. That little loincloth crotch flap thing he has is made out of craft foam. This is so that it stays flexible and will move out of the way when he wants to put his legs forward. That which does not bend will break, so I made sure to use something that would bend. So here is the upper body completely reassembled, and I revisit my This is an Ermac cosplay. But now we're going to move on to the legs. In the original picture, they looked very similar to Amy Rose's boots, but I didn't have any Amy Rose legs on hand, so besides, I wasn't even sure if the pegs would fit or if they'd be long enough, so we're sticking with Espio's parts here and just building up on them. I think they look pretty cool. I mean, this actually looks more badass than if I had used Amy's tiny little feet. I mean, he would have looked weird with those tiny little feet attached to this huge body. Now, the head. This is where I had the most trouble. Cutting off Espio's big ol' head frond is extremely difficult to do, and I actually cut my hand 3 times doing it. Yeah, this is not a very safe part of making the custom, so you gotta be really careful. And then after that, I had to sand it round. So, let's show how I use those other parts that I cannibalized from other figures. As you can see, I used the remaining 2 Tails' bangs for his. Amy Rose's ears are stuck on, and Blaze's hair is now his ponytail, which according to the description are his spines bound up so that, he doesn't have a hedgehog head profile through his little hood thing. I had to sculpt on the mask, of course, as well as put sculpting material on the back of the head so it looks less like I sanded there and more like a nice smooth thing, and then painted it up. It's a black hood, and his native color would be red, so, anything that's furry is red, as well as parts of his mask. I also painted up a little katana for him. This is just a random katana I happen to have. I think it came to me in a care package. And it fits in Espio's hands pretty well, so I'm glad to contribute to this figure. So let's see the completed Ermac the Hedgehog. Hedgehog X. And here it is, all completed. There's a bit of an X motif going on, as you can see. It's on his mask, it's on his shirt, it's on his belt buckle. I wonder why he goes by the name Hedgehog X. I don't know. This really does just look like an Ermac figure. Like if there was a Sonic the Hedgehog version of Mortal Kombat, we have our Ermac here. Just make this guy a bunch more times. Paint some blue, yellow, silver. Call him Smoke, Scorpion. Sub-Zero, make a green one for Reptile. Alright, I made enough Mortal Kombat references. This has been Wake Angel 2001. I hope you enjoyed Ermac, Hedgehog X, and I will see you next time.